Hey everybody, today we're going to continue building our TT-02B kit, and this is part 3. Today we're going to be working on the front arms. We're going to be starting with putting on the upper arms onto the damper stay, and these arms are going to be mounted with these step screws, and these step screws have a smooth length here above the threads so that this arm can move freely and still be mounted onto the stay. And so you have to take a note of the direction here. One side is just a single groove. The other side is 3 grooves. And the shorter the grooves, 2 grooves are on the left side, on the outside. So we have to put it in this way. And it's also asking for a little bit of grease where that shoulder is, and we're just going to put this on. Right now we're going to put this damper stay onto the front of the car, onto this diff cover, and it's going to take 3 screws. The flathead dark one's going to go in the middle, and then the 2 silver ones are going to go on the side. And when you're done, it should look something like this, and it should be flush, and this should be on there quite tight. The arms, the bouncing from the arms is going to be transferred to the damper stay, so you definitely want this to be firmly fixed to the chassis. All right, next we're going to be building the uprights themselves. Okay, so for this step, we want to be really careful. The left and the right have actually different parts. So this is B2, that's also B2, but this is B1 and this is B7. So you only want to cut out one side at a time so you don't get them mixed up. All right, so we're going to be using grease all over the place. So let me get that ready. First thing we're going to do is thread the outdrive through this bearing. If you don't have bearings, then go ahead and use the plastic bushing. It's going to be the white one. And we're going to thread this through. And before we do that, we need to put a little bit of grease right here where the bearing sits. And that should get some on the inside of the bearing itself. I'm going to thread this through. Then we're going to put this in like that and put on the 2 step screws. And the step screws are these big silver ones. And same thing, make sure this still can turn freely. And that should look something like this. Next, we have to put this ball connector onto the top of this upright, right there. And you're going to use this tool, the T-wrench. Put that on there and start spinning. All right, so when you're done, it's going to look something like this. Let's go ahead and work on the next one. All right, the next part has quite a few steps, so we'll work on it one by one very carefully. First thing we need to do is put this O-ring into the outdrive and just push it in all the way. And a little tip and trick here. I think the first thing we're going to do is install the upright. We're going to pin it on there. So that will be a point where we can work with. So you don't have to tighten it just yet. There's quite a few places where we need to put the grease this time. So let's do that. We need to put it on both ends of the axle, onto the pin itself, and also onto the outdrive. So the next thing I'm going to do is put this into the diff. So grease this up. So you can see this is a rectangular shape on two sides, straight sides, and it's going to fit into the diff if you turn it all the way in. Okay. And then next, since that O-ring is already in there, I'm going to grease up both ends of this. And this is one of the parts where you want to be liberal with the grease. There's going to be a lot of friction and motion to this part. Okay. So first we're going to insert in there. Then through here, I just need to turn this to accommodate. Like that. And now it's in, so I'm going to hold this, pull this pin out just a little bit, and grease it up. Push it back in and tighten it. Okay, and that's what it's going to look like. Next, we're going to put a step screw and hold the upper arms onto the upright from this side. Okay, let's make sure we still have full range of motion. Looks good, and it turns. Looking good. Let's do the other side. All right, and we're done. I'm going to call the video right here because I want people to be able to search for the front arms and find this video. The next video, we're going to be working on the rear arms, which look pretty similar, but I want to make that a separate video and not make this one too long. But before we do end this video, I want to just show you the difference between this TT-02B and a standard TT-02. Just look how much wider the width of the car is and how far apart. And these uprights just look a lot more robust than the standard TT-02. What's funny is this has this triangular shaped upper arm, where this only has a single arm right here. So I wonder if that's going to play a factor. The lower arms are this kind of webbing design, and same as here, but they're much longer and wider as well. So everything is just a little bit more robust on the TT-02B. So thanks for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and actually in the comments, let me know how you found this video. I'm really interested to know how people are finding this video. If they're subscribed, obviously they will see this, but what keywords how did you search for me and how did you find me, so I can better improve my indexing, my SEO for my videos, and help a lot more people find me. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.